yesterday I uploaded two zip file for the second version. Yeah. Sort 2, University Sort 2 and University two-way Sort 2. Yeah. Because the first version, sort, and a two-way sort, I use that old version I mentioned in class. That's the MySQL _ connect version. MySQL, so new versions, MySQL I version. Old version, just MySQL. Old version for some students, if you use the new version of exam, yeah, some students may use the newer version, exam, then that old version won't work. If you run the old version, it won't work. Yeah, just last semester, you know, 1 or 2 students told me that. Then I changed to the MySQL I version, then it works. Okay, but for those students, if you have not run these examples, yeah, my suggestion, you just run the 2 version. So you do not need to start from the older version. Yeah, so those two version. Then from now on, when I give you new code, I will use that MySQL I version. So I won't give you the old version because the old version will be gone quickly. Yeah, the old version won't be supported quickly. Yeah, so we will use the newer version, MySQL I version. Okay, all right, from now on. Yeah, yeah. So that's the first update. Yeah. The second, so for today, what I'm going to do, the remaining part of the project, the feature part. So today I show you the data manipulation part. Then I tell you my project requirement. Yeah, so you can, yeah, actually, yeah, before I do that, yeah, let's go back to what I said. I give those students some chance. Yeah. All right, so here, let me just start my PowerPoint slides. I explain my idea, you know, on my slides. Yeah. All right, yeah, because I received some emails from a few students, you know, worry about the grades in this class. Yeah, a few students, yeah, so they worry. Yeah, when I did grading, I noticed, you know, some students got quite low. Yeah, so they should worry. Yeah, here I like to give those students a second chance in this late. Yeah, we're already very late, you know, less than 2 weeks before the final. So I like to, even this late, you have second chance to get back to the parsing line. Yeah, you know, C line. All right, C line. All right. So the chance is this project, yeah. Because this project I use it as the learning project. That means most of the code I will give you. Okay, you just follow. So you need to learn, you know, all the features. How do we implement? Yeah, because later I have another assignment. I will talk about that after this. Another assignment, quick assignment. We will do another quick assignment. Yeah, and final, I will give you several programming questions. Yeah. Just ask you, you know, simple questions. So not a deep coding questions, you know, simple knowledge questions. Okay, so I want to check your understanding. If you understand these sample projects, but for those students, if you just follow my instructions and test it, make all these code run together. Yeah, sometimes you need to put things together after you understand. Yeah. I give you the, you know, all the features, but you need to put things together a little bit. Yeah. make sure you go through everything. Yeah. If you do that, small amount of work, if you do that, you can earn 30% because this project, based on our syllabus, I will assign 30% of the grade, overall grade. All right, that's a lot. Yeah, and it's easy. It's pretty easy. You can get this 30%. Just follow my instructions, put things together. Yeah, but you need to do one small feature. I will talk about that. When I do demo, I will show you what a little feature you need to do. Yeah. All right, then you get 30%. So that's a big lift, right? Think about for those students who worry about your passing grade. Yeah. So that should be a huge lift for you, okay? But also for those students who want to get top grade, yeah, several students who want to get top grade, you also have chance. Yeah. In this one, in my demo, I also tell you, I give you some optional features you can work to earn extra credit. Okay, so I will give you 3 optional features. 3 optional features, each worth 1% extra credit. 1% overall extra credit. So if you can get 3%, up to 3% extra credit. In that way, many students, you have a chance to get an A. Yeah, you have a good chance to get A. And these features, not too hard. I will explain, how to do. I will give you example how to do. You just learn and you just, based on your understanding, you implement. So then you have good chance. Yeah. So that's the, with the limited amount of time. We have, a little more than 2 weeks. After I post the descriptions, you'll have a little more than 2 weeks, but not too much work, small amount of work. Yeah. So you can earn. Yeah. So you can decide by yourself how much you like to do. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's for this project. Greatly improve your grades, overall grades. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now let me start this demo. Yeah, when I do the demo, I explain the requirements. Okay. Yeah. So it will be reflected in my project description. Yeah, project I showed you before, right? But I will update that. Yeah, with these new requirements, including the extra credit chances, I will update my old document. I haven't posted that old document, but after I update it, I will post it, quickly, today or tomorrow. The latest tomorrow, the earliest today, tonight, the latest tomorrow, sometime. Okay, all right. Yeah, so let me jump to my NetBeans to show you this demo. Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, so my NetBeans here. So I will upload this whole project completely. Yeah. So today I explain the code. All right. So all the main features in this one. Okay. I call it UniversityEditData. Yeah. All right. So this example. All right. Many features inside. First, the input part. Yeah. Let me run this unit input.php. That's the input. Okay. Yeah. This one is built on top of our previous 3 sample projects. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Together. So that's the the base I built on top of that. All right, so let me run it. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start a server. So you see, so now it works. Okay, all right. Yeah, here I modify the new interface. Yeah, so you can see I add several buttons on our, the first 3 sample projects. The first feature you need to do, all right, yeah. So here, new row. This button, we enter new row. Yeah, for each table we can enter new row, right? Yeah, every table we can add a new row. Okay, yeah, not just one. Yeah. All right, so here, let me show you one. Yeah, a new student. Okay, all right. Student number, let me enter 120. New student number. Yeah. L. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Class number 3. All right. So, yeah. Major, this one, for example. All right. Enter. Yeah. So it's entered. All right. Yeah. Simple feature. Yeah. So that's the first one. Second, edit. Edit. After that, we need to spam. Let me shut down. Oh, okay. Let me shut down. All right. Then, second feature, edit. Now, for this row, I can edit. Yeah. Yeah. So I need to bring back the, all the values. Oh, yeah. All right. So 20, I can change to 21. I can edit some of the feature. All right. Yeah. So let's say 4. Okay. All right. Yeah. Then after I change some fields, I click update. Yeah. You can see the values changed. All right. Yeah. All right. Edit feature. All right. Then after that, delete. Delete. Okay. Yeah. All right. Click this button, delete. It's gone. Okay. The third feature, delete. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. And there is one transcript feature I didn't show you here. Transcript feature. The transcript part, yeah, I will show you sometime later. The part is you need to arrange the data. Yeah, because the transcript, there is a table. You need to organize your data. Retrieve data, organize the data, based on that table structure. That's a little challenging part. So I may use another video to show you that part. Okay, transcript part. All right. Yeah. And yeah, actually, yeah, let me simplify it. The transcript part. Yeah, the transcript part. Yeah, let me think about it. Yeah, because I try to make it not too hard for you, okay? The transcript part, I will give it to you later for learning, yeah, but I may not do some extra requirement, okay? Yeah, I will not do extra requirement, okay? Yeah, so the transcript, yeah. But I just ask you to put it together with this project. How about that? I give you the code, but you put a link here, okay? You click the link, you show the transcript. How about that? Okay, yeah, that's simple. You need to add a link on top. When you click that link, show the transcript. Show transcript, all right? Yeah, but the code I will give you to save your time, all right? Yeah. Then what do you need to do? Yeah, here, look at this show max. Show max. Here, I didn't put the code here. If I click the button, you see nothing. I just put an interface here. You need to do this. What's that? I will introduce Ajax technology here today. Very simple, but very useful. Ajax technology. I ask you to use Ajax technology. Click Show Max button. You display the maximum value of the first column in this dark gray box. Gray box. Its value 17 here. Yeah. So for each table, you show the max value of the first column here using the Ajax technology. Okay. Yeah. A simple technology, but very useful, very powerful. Yeah. I will explain that technology. Okay. The background. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now the extra credit part. Okay. The extra credit part. All right. Yeah. New role, I didn't use Ajax to do it. I use regular Java. Okay. Yeah. I use, not new role. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This edit, I already use Ajax. Okay. This edit, I already use Ajax. So this update, I also use Ajax. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. But I like you to convert these two features to jQuery. jQuery are another popular JavaScript technology called jQuery. Very popular, very useful. Yeah. When we use jQuery to write JavaScript code, we can do more efficient. We can do more things. All right. So I highly recommend, if you have chance, you can learn that jQuery. All right. Then you convert these features, jQuery features, edit. You use jQuery to do Ajax. jQuery can also do Ajax. Okay. Yeah. I will show you. I will give you the jQuery version of this Show Max. Show Max. I use jQuery to write it. All right. Yeah. But you use the regular Ajax to write it. Yeah. I like you to practice regular Ajax. Well, you write the regular Ajax version, but I give you the jQuery version. I want to show you how to use jQuery to do the Ajax on this one. Okay. Then you use the jQuery to write this edit version first. That's 1%. Okay. Edit, you convert it to jQuery, you get a 1% extra credit. Yeah. Update, use jQuery, convert this feature, jQuery Ajax version, you get another 1%. All right. How about that? Yeah. Then another one, this new role, very simple, but there is also a jQuery version. If you click it, just show these components by using jQuery. Okay. Yeah. Also 1%, 3%. How about that? Yeah. Okay. All right. Try your best. Yeah. In this way, you have a chance to learn that jQuery. Very useful, very powerful, and very popular. Okay. Yeah. But you can earn extra credit. All right. All those things, my recommendation, the website, W3 Schools. Okay. Yeah. Because we do not. So here, I want to give you the fastest way to learn these technologies, Ajax and the jQuery. So the W3 Schools, it has very simple tutorials. So you can learn things quickly. Yeah. All right. Yeah. W3 Schools. Yeah. Here, so you get an idea. Yeah. Our project requirement and what do you need to do. First, that 30%, right? Big chunk of the grades of this class, 30%. Second, 3% extra credit. That kind of excellent chances you have from this learning project. Main goal, learning. Yeah. Learning useful technologies. Okay? Yeah. All right. Now, after this, let me go back to code explanation. First, let me explain the row, enter new row code. That's pretty simple. But after that, I explain Ajax technology. Yeah, so you get some background. Yeah, why it is so good. The history a little bit and the background. Yeah, the main purpose, the main feature, the main advantage of this technology. After you have that background, when you learn, you can get very good understanding. Ajax, okay? All right, let's start. Yeah. So let's go back to our 8.2 feature, enter data feature. All right. All right. First, we need to do the user interface. So, let me get my remote control connected. User's interface, very simple, but we need to do something special here. Okay, yeah. So let me show you. All right. First, user interface, part one. Yeah. Here, this code, look at this part, the key part. First, I create a div, CSS, div element. I hope you have that background, okay? CSS, we use a div, we represent a special element. So we want to put a special component there. So here, I use the div. So we give it this ID, so we can control this element, modify its properties. Then the style display property, the value is block. Yeah. Display block, that means you can see this component. When the display value is block, it is visible, all right? Visible. So that's why you recall. So that you know, new row. Remember, a new row button, you can see it, right? Look at that, you can see it. So you click it, yeah, you can see that, all right? New row button. So because it's visible, all right? At the beginning, it's visible, all right? But you can change its value. So my next slide, if you change this value to none, change the block to none, then it becomes invisible. Okay, that's simple. We use the JavaScript function to change it. Yeah. Here, on click add a new row, this JavaScript function, we will change that property. See, you click, you change the property, then your GUI components changes. That's simple. Okay, yeah. So that's, yeah. This is the visible component. Then the second one, part two, invisible component. Yeah, I put there, but it's invisible, right? Display, its value is none, you cannot see it. Yeah. It's hidden at the beginning, but I use that JavaScript function to change it to display. How about that? Oh, sorry, not display, block. Remember the value block. When I use my JavaScript function to change this value to block, how do I change it? Yeah, because I have the ID of this element, I can change it through this ID. Yeah, I change it to block, then you see this button submit, the value enter, you see this button, right? You see this button, okay? Yeah. Enter table row, yeah, this PHP. So we call enter table row. Submit. Okay. Yeah. So you submit the data. You use the backend enter table row.php to process that data. That simple. This is the first feature. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now let me show you the JavaScript function. Yeah. How to change value from none to block, from block to none. Okay. Very simple. Just 2 lines. One line you change the first element. It's display property from display to none. So you hide it. The second line you change its property from none to display. Sorry, block. So to invisible, from invisible to visible. Yeah. Then you see the change. Okay. The swap. All right. This function, add new row function, you have 2 rows. The first one here, you get element by ID. Remember our div element, there is ID, so we can get a control on it. Then we access its style attribute. Yeah, this element has a style attribute. So we access it using dot operator. Then access its display property. All right, dot display property. Then we change the property value, double quotes none, change its value from block to none. Then after this line, the first element becomes invisible. Then same thing, same logic, the second line. The second element, first we get a control on it through its ID. Control. So we get an object. Yeah, the control. We get that object. That element. There is an object. It returns an object. Okay. Document.get element by ID. So an object is returned. Through that object, you access its style attribute. Then from that attribute control dot display property will change its value from none to block. So the second element becomes visible. Okay. Yeah. So then you can enter data. All right. Yeah. Submit. You call that enter table row PHP program to do the data processing. So the next slide, I explain the data processing program, PHP program. Okay. Enter data in PHP. Yeah. The first part, database connection, the same as before. So I do not copy that code here. Okay. After that connection part, yeah, we also retrieve the table name, table fields. Yeah, the same as before. So that part I do not copy. I only start the code that's different from our old code. Here, first, we need to make a query. Okay, so for this part, we need to make the insertion query statement. Yeah, make. So format, okay? Yeah, format. We know the syntax, but we need to put things together. So we use PHP string concatenation, yeah, different pieces. Then use the dot concatenation operator to connect different string pieces together to get that insertion statement. Yeah. So here I assume you are familiar with the syntax, insertion statement syntax. Okay, insert, yeah, table fields, yeah. All right, values, yeah, field names, values. All right, yeah. Filter post, yeah, because we submit data, we use the post method. So input underscore post. After that, we do filtering, right? So last time when we retrieve input values, we always apply filtering, okay? Yeah. So then all fields, all values, yeah. So I prepare, that these two parts, yeah. After that, all right, the query statement, yeah, this is my query statement, okay? Yeah. Follow the syntax, okay, yeah. Then we just execute this query statement. Then we see the result. All right. The last line also important. After we complete processing, yeah, insertion processing, after we completed, we need to go back to the input page. All right. Yeah. The input page, look at this last line. Very simple. But we go back, header function, we call PHP header function to go back, all right, to display a page as certain URL. After the location, you give the URL part. After the location, okay, the URL part, our input page, unit input.php, but we want to show the same table. The same table that you entered the data. We have 5 tables. Yeah, we can do row entering feature for all the 5 tables, but you need to go back to the same table. Yeah. So here, that's the table selection. We pass it as a parameter NN. Yeah. So we keep that same table value. Okay. So we complete this enter table feature. Okay, yeah, pretty simple. Yeah. I hope you understand easily. Yeah. All right, yeah. Then after this, then I want to explain that Ajax technology, introduction to Ajax. Yeah. All right, first the name. Yeah. So here I select the introduction part from W3 schools. I took some screenshots to show you, explain this technology, the background. Yeah. All right. First, this Ajax. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I skipped that part. The name. Yeah. Asynchronous. Asynchronous. We know synchronous, right? But it's asynchronous. Yes. That means non-synchronous. Okay. Asynchronous. J, JavaScript, okay? J, Ajax, J, JavaScript. Now, because the most important feature is from JavaScript, okay? A and JavaScript and XML. The data transmission part, XML, yeah, but actually, so we just do string transmission, okay? Not XML, yeah. But so that's the name. Yeah. But first, let me explain that asynchronous. Why asynchronous? Not synchronous. Yeah. So here you will see when we use asynchronous, it's more convenient for our users. Asynchronous. Let me explain what's the asynchronous. All right. Asynchronous, 2 things. When you do 2 things asynchronous, then these 2 things can work independently, right? Synchronous, that must be, aligned, right? Asynchronous. No? Here, imagine when you enter user's input, when the user type input, then click button, send the data to the backend for processing. If you use the synchronous way, then the user's part, the users have to wait until the response gets back. That's the synchronous way. Yeah. Because the sync, you sync 2 sides. You sync 2 sides. Yeah. So the user, if the response is not returned, the user cannot do anything. Just waiting for the response. That's the synchronous way. Asynchronous way, the user send a request to the backend for processing, but usually it may take some time to do processing, right? Yeah, running takes some time. Then the user can do something else. The user do not need to wait. Asynchronous, okay? So because you can type another row data. Yeah, when you type, it's done, okay? The processing part, it's done. You can do faster. You do not need to wait. The response, if it takes several seconds, yeah, but when you type, it's done. Okay? Yeah. So that's the reason asynchronous way is more convenient. More convenient. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that's the first thing. Yeah. Yeah. Look at problem. Read data from a web server after the page has loaded. Yeah. So first, we load the whole page. Yeah. Then think about one commonly used way we modify the page. Yeah. Because in a typical page, when you do actions, when your users do actions on that page, you need to change the GUI components frequently, right? Yeah. In order to, make our web applications user-friendly, we need to change the GUI components frequently, right? Yeah. Think about when you do some change. If you do not use Ajax, how do you make the change? You need to send another request to the server and reload the page. How do you change the component? You reload the page, reload the whole page. That's the way. Before Ajax technology was available, you need to reload the whole page to make any change. That's not efficient, right? Think about if a page contains large number of images, we know loading images relatively slow. Every time you need to reload the whole page, it is much slower, right? Now with Ajax technology, now our new way, why we reload the whole page? Yeah. So here, you can imagine there is a page. So suppose this is the whole page. Many times, we only need to change one small portion of the GUI components. One little local area. Why we cannot just change this local part without loading the whole page? Yeah. Ajax allows you to do that. Ajax, you can change this small local area without loading the whole page. The remaining part, do not touch them. Keep the remaining part. We use JavaScript function do communication. Yeah. So here, some JavaScript function. Yeah. This side server. You need to do communication with server, but using JavaScript function. Yeah. Send the data to the server, receive data from the server, then you modify this component. How about that? This idea. So the result, you see the change much faster because you do not load the whole page. You only modify a small local area. Look at this idea, how good it is. Yeah. Then, all right, so read data from, well, yeah, because you can retrieve data from the current page in your JavaScript function. Yep, read the data in your JavaScript function. You can read the data. Then you use the Ajax way to send the data. All right. Yeah. Then the backend do processing. After processing, it may return some processed data to you. All right. So then you use the received data to update it. Update this component. Okay. Update this component. Certain component. Okay. Update it. without reloading the page, the whole page. Okay. Yeah. All right, send it out to server in the background. Yeah. I mean, all these things happen, all the data communication happen in the background. Okay. That's the main mechanism for the AJAX. Okay, the communication way of the AJAX. Okay, yeah. Very efficient, very fast. And the result, great result. Yeah, so here, when we go back to the history, this AJAX technology was available at the beginning of the 2000. The approximate time for AJAX technology was available in the community around year 2000, that early, more than 20 years ago. After that, programmers, users all love it. Okay. Yeah, so good. One successful result is, here, let me describe 2 successful applications of AJAX usage. You're familiar with those 2 applications, but you may not thought of AJAX. After today, I give you the introduction. You can connect to AJAX easily. 1, when you do Google search, recall your experience, the Google search. When you type keywords, you get a list of keywords listed, right? You can make selection. That's by AJAX. Because when you type keywords, the first few letters, AJAX JavaScript function already send those letters to the server. At the server side, it will use your first few letters to retrieve a list of suggestions from the database. Okay? Then it returns the suggestions to you, and you see the suggestion below. That's the AJAX way. Because the reason why you can do it, when you type, at the same time you see suggestions, because AJAX does not need page reloading. So the communication occurs behind the scene. When you type, communication happens. Okay? Yeah. But if you need to reload the page, then disaster. When you type reload page, your input is gone. Right? So if you reload the page, well, you cannot do this feature. Because when you type a letter reloading, your input, all input is gone. Okay? So you cannot do reloading, page reloading here. All right? Yeah. But AJAX, no reloading, so convenient. Okay? Suggestion, Google suggestion, Google search suggestion. That's the first example, successful example. Second example, also very good, Google Map. Recall the Google Map application. Yeah. When you do Google Map, you can use your mouse to drag the map, here, there, up, down. That's the AJAX. Because you can change this map display without page reloading. If you need to reload the page, then it's not convenient, right? You drag, reload the page, you do not want to reload the page. So you do your actions and the change happens on the fly, because the data transmission happens. When you make your mouse move, your mouse positions, coordinates is sent to the server at the same time, quickly. Then server receives your mouse coordinates. Then it will send your map data back, the changed portion of map, at the same time. So you see the map update when you move the drag mouse cursor. So convenient with AJAX, right? If you do not use AJAX, you cannot implement that feature. Okay? There are many similar features like those you can use AJAX to implement. So that's the great things about AJAX. Think about that. Okay, yeah. Then the implementation here. Yeah, let me explain implementation. Here I use a, W3 schools Ajax example. This is a simple example. Change content. Here I do not do demo. I just describe it because you click the change content, then some new content send back, replace this button. That's simple. If you go to W3 schools, you can see it. Okay, yeah. But W school also has a way that Google suggests example. Yeah. So you type some name, a list of suggestions, send it to you. Also very simple implementation. You have the code example. A very simple implementation. Yeah, that Google suggests. All right. Yeah. All right. Here, yeah. For the code, you have the HTML, the GUI part. Yeah, GUI part. So the change content button you associate with the JavaScript function, load doc. Yeah, because you want to change the content, you want to call JavaScript function to make the content change, load doc. All right. Then in the JavaScript function, you need to write the Ajax code. Here, it's the regular version of Ajax, not the jQuery. Yeah, later I will show you the jQuery version. jQuery version. All right. So here, regular Ajax version, you need to use this special object. At the beginning, you need to create this object for data communication. How do you do the communication between client and server? This object. Okay, yeah. But in jQuery, this object is hidden. You do not need to work on this object explicitly. jQuery use some hidden way to do it. Yeah. So simplify it. You do not need to work on any particular communication object. You just work on your data directly. That's the jQuery version. Okay, yeah. Here we use this object. Then for the communication, when you send the data, it's this one. Call its open function. Open, use the get method. Yeah. Get post, you can select what method to use. Here, the get method. Then the back-end processing program. Yeah. Here, because this example is using the, you just want to retrieve the text. So you do not need to really do some processing. Replaced by static content. Usually, we call dynamic programming at the server side. Okay. In our case, we call PHP program to do the data processing. Yeah. Then true. So then send. Okay. Then return part. Yeah. This is the return and the callback part. This is the callback part. Because when the data return, you need to do some callback feature implementation in your function. So you call back, you define some anonymous function. Yeah, because you do not need a function name here. It's an anonymous function. You call some anonymous function here. All right. Now, response text, that's what you receive from the server. The server will return you the data processing result. That result is in this response text. So you get the return result. Okay. Now you do the processing using the return result. Here you just display that content. In our case, we can extract the data from the return result, and then we can manipulate that result if we need return result. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's the Ajax introduction to Ajax. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then for our code, when you see my code, you try to understand. If it's possible, I will create some videos to explain remaining features, because add feature, update feature, delete, I do not use Ajax. Delete, yeah, because if the delete feature, if you use Ajax, then when you update your page, it's not very convenient. So delete, I just use the plain PHP way for delete. Yeah. All right. So for that part, yeah, I try to find time to create some videos to explain. Yeah. So today I just give you the introduction to those Ajax features. Okay. Yeah. 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 So then I will post the code and a project description. Then, if it's necessary, I will provide you some help videos, okay? Help video instructions to help you go through this project. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, let me